Matrix and Roadshow fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about the backstabber to Joe Biden named George Clooney.
Woo!
Yeah, George Clooney, big time Democrat. About a week before Joe Biden was kicked out, he was singing the praises of Joe Biden, right?
They were hanging out with Obama on stage. Yeah. Everybody was good. Nothing to see here. Please move along. Joe Biden, completely competent. Completely.
Yeah. I got to be honest, man. I'm no fan of Biden, but boy, they did him dirty. They did him dirty big time.
Well, the scariest part is even with his mental acuity, he was still better than Kamala Harris from a sharpness standpoint. I mean, let's be real. I mean, he was, but because she can't even answer any questions. None.
No.
It's like, let me redirect to some laughing. Let me turn into the Joker if I get asked a question all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, George Clooney, man, there's movies of his that I definitely like. From Dusk to Dawn, great movie. Love that movie.
That's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
No doubt. He is one of the hardest sons of bitches to walk the planet in that movie. I mean, he's a total alpha badass in that film. If you go back and watch it, you're like, holy shit, George Clooney was a bad mother effer in this movie.
Yeah.
He was a bad dude.
Yeah. Now, his Batman movie sucked.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it too, and boy, it was awful. It killed the franchise.
The other ways. Yeah,
it killed the franchise until 2005's Batman Begins, which is great. Absolutely great.
Those first couple of Ocean 11 movies were really.
Oh yeah,
good.
they were good. They were good.
Yeah. He's had quite a few good movies. There's no doubt.
Yeah. But there is a difference between an actor and the movies he's actually in. Or I should say there's a difference between the actor and who he actually is in real life, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
They're not the same person on screen. Now, I want to be clear about this. I'm not saying that George Clooney did anything wrong per se. Everybody knows about the Epstein stuff. Everybody does. George Clooney, his name just really dug into this Epstein thing.
Oh yeah, he's all up in it. I mean,
that's probably a reason why we're never gonna get a. Now they're saying that there isn't an actual client list. Okay, but there's a lot of connections.
Yeah,
a lot of connections. Yeah. George Clooney connected to Epstein in a certain kind of way, allegedly. But this allegedly thing is actually coming from a victim of Jeffrey Epstein. Virginia Giuffre. That's the way you pronounce the name?
Okay.
Apparently she Epstein herself. Got questions about that. She dropped the bombshell on what Ghislaine Maxwell told her about George Clooney. You ready to get into it, Rhodes?
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go. Right here. Epstein victim. Virginia Giuffre claims Ghislaine Maxwell bragged of performing sex acts on George Clooney.
Look at the picture. Look at the picture of George.
You know that's going to the thumbnail.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I will say this. He also has some sneaky dry humor. He is sneaky funny, actually. Some of these movies, he is sneaky funny.
Yeah, but let's read.
This may be sneaky, but it ain't funny.
Let's read some of this. Virginia Giuffre, one of convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's most prominent victims, who later killed herself, I'm putting that in quotation, wrote in her posthumous memoir that his famed accomplice, convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, once bragged of performing a sex act on after George Clooney. Now we know, Rose, that Ghislaine Maxwell was also doing these things with Jeffrey Epstein himself too, right?
Yeah. Wasn't she?
Yeah.
Actively participating, to my understanding, allegedly. I mean, literally, like during the acts. Yeah.
Yeah. In a memoir, Nobody's Girl, released last week, Giuffre said Maxwell often bragged about her sexual escapades with famous people, with actor George Clooney being chief among them. Although she clarified that Maxwell could easily have been lying or embellishing the story. Quote, whether that was true or not, we'll never know, Giuffre wrote. As page 6 clarified, Giuffre made, quote, no mention of Clooney being involved with underage sex, Epstein's crimes, or other wrongdoing of any kind. It wasn't clear whether or where or when the reported sexual encounter happened, but Maxwell boasted about performing a sex act on a star in a restroom as the pair took a trip in 2001, the outlet added. Neither George Clooney nor his representatives have responded to the memoir's claims.
She hooked him up in a bathroom? What kind of low rent white trash shit you got going on, George Clooney? I mean, what are we doing here exactly? Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Now, you can make the case, say the same thing about Bill Clinton. We know that Bill Clinton was on the island, but we can't prove that he did anything.
In quotes. Heavy quotation. We can't prove that he did anything, in quotes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was never on that island.
Oh man, look at this. Her published memoir echoes claims that were made in her unpublished memoir, The Billionaire's Playboy Club. Quote, one time she came back giddy as a schoolgirl with an explosion of news. With all the build-up and excitement in her voice, you'd think she was the next crown princess, Giuffre wrote of Maxwell. But she had given George Clooney a blowjob in the bathroom at some random event. She never let that one down. Well, George Clooney's a big name, so I guess she got really excited about that. So, Rhodes, what do you make of this now?
I think we're going to get a potential, God, I don't want to use this wording, but oozing of these kind of stories that may end up trickling out over a certain amount of time over the years. I think some of it, unfortunately, may be tied to people that pass away, after the fact, whatever, somebody heard this, somebody heard that. In this case, I think there's a world where there could be a seismic bomb go off in Hollywood, if the right person started talking.
Because I'm sure Clooney's not the only one.
Oh, I can't imagine that he is. The problem is, how do you prove any of this?
Yeah.
And look, for people like you and me and people of our, let's just keep it real, political ilk, we're out on them anyway. We're out on Hollywood anyway. We pretty much come to realize most of these Hollywood folks, they're not heroes. They're not heroes.
No.
At all. And
a lot of them got a lot of dirty baggage.
No doubt about it. And on top of it, the way they have blacklisted other actors and actresses and directors and everybody else over their political beliefs makes them look even worse.
Yeah.
So I think we've all just decided and assumed that these people are scumbags. And in turn, we sort of treat them accordingly now. And I don't know how a lot of these people ever get their box office juice back, to be honest.
Yeah.
Think about that. When's the last time Clooney had a hit?
I was just about to bring that up. I was about to bring that up.
And a lot of Hollywood actors, when's the last time they had a massive hit? Brad Pitt had one with that F1 movie. But we haven't heard him tied to anything either.
Now, Clooney's in his 60s now. He's not young, but Brad Pitt is also in his 60s. But Brad Pitt always felt was a better actor anyway, even though in his personal life he seems to be a scumbag.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know a lot about Brad Pitt. I haven't heard a lot. I mean, I'm sure he's a massive lefty. I haven't heard.
I don't know, but I know he had a lot of I don't know about his politics, but he had a very bad drinking problem, man, and he treated his kids horribly.
Well,
his kids.
His ex-wife is no peach. She's a radical. I mean, kids are turned trans, I think, and I'm talking about Jolie.
Jolie, but her father is base.
Oh yeah, John Voight.
Voight is base,
and one of the greatest actors that's ever walked.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor. Great actor. Yeah.
But I just don't. I think we all want to see the names, but we've kind of made our decisions already, and it, even if you took away the Epstein thing, let me hold my nose and plunge into the Democratic pool of cess pretty much made my opinions about what I think about most of these folks anyway. I don't consider you brave, stunning, and courageous, or you might come out on the other side.
Yeah.
But you won't. You're a coward. And I do think, by the way, some of these people they actually were conservative, or they're actually closeted conservative, and they play the role.
Yeah, the ones that don't really say much. But there could be some people that just say, like Keanu Reeves, have no idea what his political leanings are. He just wants to be an actor. That's it.
Right.
He's built different than a lot of these people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't try to shit on his fans. Like, he actually, some people actually had like a wedding, I think. And I believe Keanu Reeves is like there in the lobby or something. They say, hey, want to drop by and hang out? He's like, yeah. And he went over there, hung out with him. And, he's just a regular dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He's very likable. And so many of these actors and actresses and directors have become insanely unlikable. Steven Spielberg, I mean, he's the GOAT of directors. He's one of the most unlikable sons of bitches that walks the planet now. I mean, his political leanings are, I mean, good Lord.
I haven't really heard much from Spielberg as far as
he's
politics,
a left-wing lunatic too.
But Harrison Ford is also a lefty too, but for the most part, you don't really hear him speaking about much.
The only thing I ever hear too much from
he did endorse Kamala, and but
he did.
But just endorsing Kamala didn't make you deranged.
Well, and it just like we were just talking about the closeted part or the I'm playing a role part. How about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, endorsing Joe Biden, and then you realize very quickly when he
knew he messed up.
Well, he immediately got on the phone to talk to Donald Trump to make sure he was okay after he got shot. Dwayne Johnson called Donald Trump and was like, "Are you good?"
You also remember, The Rock didn't endorse anybody last year, 2024. He's like, "I ain't doing that again."
He didn't endorse anybody, but I would wager. Saw his ballot, there was some orange hair he voted for. I'm just saying. I'm being honest, because his brand was always, I'm the alpha dude and I'm not offended by shit. The Rock was like, I'm not offended by kiss my ass. That was his brand, know?
Yeah.
And we know how those kind of people normally vote. A lot like us. We just don't care.
Yeah.
But he got caught up in Hollywood. he's got a long way before his name will ever.
I don't know. And these people aren't even really active politicians. Like Schwarzenegger was an actual politician, you know, and he's back in the news now because he's coming hard at Gavin Newsom. He's coming hard at him now over gerrymandering. And if you've been following Schwarzenegger, the politician, he said, screw your freedoms. And boy, that was a bad look for him. Bad look for him. But he's been pretty consistent on gerrymandering his whole career, man. He always wanted to end it. And we know, allegedly, California's board or whatever for the way they draw their maps is supposed to be independent, but is it really independent?
No,
it's not. No,
of course not. Did you see the rumor going around? And of course, the lefties are having a fit. The idea that after Trump's out of office, he may run for governor of California. Oh, it's because he loves California. He has self-admitted how much he loves going out there.
California, man, that could be really the best place in the U.S. But boy, it is a hellhole.
Yeah.
They got perfect weather over there. The beaches is nice. But boy, you got to watch your back, man. You may get robbed blind in San Francisco and L.A.
You can't move out there now.
No, I wouldn't want to move out there.
You know, it should be, like you talked about, based on things like the weather, etc.
It's super expensive too.
It should be a destination of where people should want to move. But the taxes out there, and I mean, it's
insanely expensive, man. Here's the thing: the mass exodus from California. Those people in California were selling their homes in California, taking the cash, and coming to Texas and buying the home with cash because homes in Texas are way cheaper to buy. I mean,
oh yeah.
Like in LA, a hellhole home is $600,000.
Well,
you can live in a mansion in Houston for $600,000.
Well, check this out. I had a client when I had my business that him and his wife, she was a surgeon. They lived in LA. They sold their 1,900 square foot home in LA with no land. Sold that home, came out here to East Texas, purchased a brand new, newly constructed 3,700 square foot home on 5 acres in the best school district in East Texas, and had like $100 and something thousand left over.
Wow.
Paid in cash for it. You know, nuts. But that would have been 2012 or 2013. So,
okay.
You know.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, man. I think that's going to wrap this segment up right here, Rhodes. Anything else you want to add to this George Clooney thing?
Negative, Ghost Rider. This won't be the last. This won't be the last one we hear about.
No, it won't. Well, peace. We're out.
Till next time.